Hey guys, I wanted to close the video out for Lake Greeson. I was crappie fishing a couple days ago. Today is the 27th of July, so it's hot, humid, sticky, but I wanted to go over basically a few things that turned, the crappie fishing trip into a successful trip. Number one was I was paying close attention to the weather patterns. And we had a front coming in. Wasn't necessarily a cold front, but it was definitely, a stationary front. Had some rain pushing through. Pressure was dropping, and I was just paying attention to that. So I was, finding opportune moments to hit the water. And so, that was number one. Number two was when I got to the water, I went looking for the Thermocline because it hadn't rained in a few days. It's been really dry. Thermocline had set up really nicely. It was sitting at 15 feet of water. And I went to, after I found the Thermocline, I went and found brush sitting at that same depth, 15 feet. And so that was the second thing. The third thing was really interesting. This is happened bass fishing, but I was fishing wind-blown points. And I was finding brush associated to the points with because we had a southwest wind, and the wind was just swirling over those points, stirring all the, it was murky, stirring everything up, and the crappie were just ambushing shad as they were just, basically because shad couldn't see very good either because it was just, muddy because all the wind was stirring everything up. But I kind of drew a little picture here. I'm not an artist. I'm not saying that, so don't hold that against me. But anyways, this is basically, this is your lake, right? The main lake. This is the main creek channel right here. This little line. And this was a bay, a little cove that came in, and you got 2 points actually, 2 main lake points. But the wind was coming from the southwest, and so the wind was pushing over that point right there. And what I did was I found brush piles. These are 3 brush piles that were associated right on that point. And what they were doing was there were shad balls just everywhere, all over that point. And the crappie were not holding to the cover. They were actually about 10 feet from them, position themselves towards the point, feeding on the shad. And so I wasn't necessarily, I caught probably 20 of them in this situation, just identical to this, because these are all the brush piles, the point, wind coming through, stirring everything up. But basically I was just casting out with my cork, and I was using minnows, casting out with a cork and just reeling it back in, and then I would feel a thump and I'd set the hook. But like I said, I caught my limit in about 2.5 hours. And so, I caught more than my limit anyways, but in Arkansas you can keep 30. But that's something to think about, when you're going out in the summer to have a successful trip is, number one, pay attention to the weather, pattern of your area. And you'll know if it's out of the norm or something like that, because, fish are, they're opportune feeders too, because they want to take advantage of any situation they can. And so this was it, pressure was falling, had a stationary front coming through, and I was, and then you have to be kind of spontaneous sometimes, because, weather can change in a heartbeat. But, kind of keep that in mind. Second thing in the summer, always, and the winter too, but look for your Thermocline. That Thermocline is very important, because as a fisherman, that they are not going to go below it, because the oxygen, the system is depleted that body of water of oxygen. And so keep that in mind. Find your Thermocline, and then once you find the Thermocline, if you're fishing for crappie, go find brush and that that particular depth. And for this particular day, the wind was out of southwest, pushing on the point. So those are things to keep in mind. I had a blast. You guys enjoy the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it, all that good stuff. But and if you guys have any questions, I don't know if I said that, let me know. But till next time, we'll see you guys. will eventually.